Hello, 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 hello. I have a Brita filter now. Is this recording? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Who's ready for another thrilling display of Elden Ring? And this time it has a twist. A twist unbeknownst to everyone. Except for me. And the people who read the caption to this video. When I die, I shall read from this book of Shakespeare, Richard III. I will read 2 pages of Richard III every single time I die. Which is going to be a lot. I only need to die 20 times because Richard III is only 40 pages. Because these are some thick pages. These are very, very big. So I may regret doing... I may regret doing 2 pages every time. Oh no, oh no. This is not good. It should be working. Transform. Fit to screen. There we are. Very, very quiet on my end. I forgot the controls because I haven't played in so long. My voice is getting better. I lost my voice quite a few days ago, and it has not returned fully. So I may be quiet. Ooh, I can't remember what I want to do. Is this a light load? Medium load, okay. I meant medium load. Oh, this game is so cool. Wowee. Alrighty, where am I going? Loretta broke my heart in a letter. She said that she'd be leaving and her life would be better. Jones, I called it off over the phone. Anisha got Anisha, just forgot who I am. Felicity said there was no longer chemistry. No. No, someone's on. Lisa got amnesia, just don't know who I am. Okay, I kind of completely forgot what I'm doing. Oh, I think I just run away. Yeah, I think I just low-key or run away. I'm not entirely sure which direction, however. But I think if I just keep going forward, it might work. Oh, the misbegottens. Ooh! Alright. Time for Richard III. Now, I'm not familiar with this story, So I may get some details wrong. You know what? I don't like being on camera for this. Low key. Let's see. Enter Richard, Duke of Gloucester. So, Richard. Okay. I may mute. Oh man. Function. Mute. Great. It's way too hot in here. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York, and all the clouds that... I don't like being on camera for this, low-key. I'm just gonna turn off my camera. Alright. Oh, I gotta turn off my fan. Okay. Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York. I think it's Richard speaking, right? Is this Richard speaking? Richard, the Duke of York. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think Richard III would speak like this. Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by the son of York, and all the clouds that lured upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarums changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled front, and now, instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. Lascivious. I do not think I pronounced that right. Lascivious? No, it's probably lascivious. Lascivious.
Lascivious.
Oh, I'm goated. Oh, I'm the best. The lascivious pleasing of a... Oh, no, I ripped the page. Okay. But I, that am not shaped for sport of tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking-glass, I, that am rudely stamped, and want love's majesty to strut before a wanton ambling nymph, I, that am curtailed of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world, scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable, the dogs bark at me, and I halt by them, while I, in this weak, piping time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time, unless to see my shadow in the sun, and descant on mine own deformity. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover to entertain these fair, well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain, and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, my drunken prophecies, libels and dreams, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate the one against another. And if King Edward be true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day should Clarence closely be mewed up about a prophecy, which says that G of Edward's heirs the murderer shall be. Dive thoughts down my soul. Here Clarence comes. Brother, good day, which means this armed guard that waits upon your grace. His Majesty, tendering my person's safety, hath appointed this conduct to convey me to the tower. Upon what cause? Because my name is George. Alack, my lord, that fault is none of yours. He should for that commit your godfathers. Oh, belike his majesty hath some intent that you should be new christened in the tower. But what's the matter, Clarence, may I know? Yea, Richard, when I know. For I protest as yet I do not, but, as I can learn, he hearkens after prophecies and dreams, and from the crossroad plucks the letter G, and says a wizard told him that by G his issue in disinherited should be, and for my name of George begins with G, it follows in his thought that I am he. These, as I learn, are such like toys as these have moved his highness to commit me now. Sorry for that. Why, this it is when men are ruled by women. 'Tis not the king that sends you to the tower, my Lady Grey, his wife Clarence. 'Tis she that tempts him into this harsh extremity. Was it not that she and the good man of worship, Anthony Woodville, her brother there, that made him send Lord Hastings to the tower, from whence this present day he is not delivered? We are not safe, Clarence, we are not safe. By heaven, I think there is no man secure but the Queen's kindred, and knights walking heralds that trudge betwixt the king and Mistress Shore. Heard you not what an humble suppliant Lord Hastings was to her for his delivery? Humbly complaining to her deity, got my Lord Chamberlain his liberty. I'll tell you what I think it is our way, that if we will keep in favour with the king, to her men and wear her livery, a jealous widow and herself, since that our brother dubbed them gentlewomen, are mighty gossips in our monarchy. I beseech you, your graces both to pardon me. His majesty hath straitly given me the charge, and that no woman shall... Oh, man, whoa. Man, reading Shakespeare's hard. Where am I? Who's Brack? Who's Brackenbury? Okay, wait. I'm going back to the dramatis personae. Who's Brackenbury? Brackenbury. Broski, who's Brackenbury? Lieutenant of the Tower, Sir Robert Brackenbury. Alright. Old Herr Brackenbury sound like this. I beseech your graces both to pardon me. His majesty hath straitly given in charge that no man shall have private conference, of what degree soever, with your brother. Even so, an't please your worship, Brackenbury, you may partake of anything we say. We speak no treason, man. We say the king is wise and virtuous, and his noble queen may well struck in years, fair and not jealous. We say that Shore's wife hath a pretty foot, a cherry lip, a bonny eye, and a passing pleasing tongue, and that the queen's kindred are made gentlefolks. How say you, sir? Can you deny all of this? With this, my lord, myself have naught to do. Not to do with Mistress Shore, I tell thee, fellow. He that doth not with her, excepting one, were best to do it secretly alone. What one, my lord? Her husband, knave. Wouldst thou betray me? I do beseech your grace to pardon me, and withal forbear your conference with the noble duke. We know thy charge, Brackenbury, and will obey. Alright, that is 2 pages of... That was 2 pages of Richard III. Just gotta do that 20 more times. Also, Loki, not sure what I'm doing in the game. Like, where do I go? I'll look up how to get to Melania. Real quick. How to get to Melania, quickest route, no freeways. What just happened? Did lightning strike or something? Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Yikes. Here we go. Here's a YouTube video. Oh, I hate these ads. In this video, I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. Now, how do I get to the prayer room? Oh, perfect. Okay, there. Okay, so go from there, to there, to there, to there. Alright. Dodge those guys. Get there, get there. Get there, get there. Roll, 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 roll. Go down. Oh, go there. Uh-huh. Alright, there's a misbegotten there. Alright, run through there, run through there. Run through there. Run through there. Big, big enemy. Go left past the cannon of Haima. Alright. I am cooked. I am unequivocally cooked. Alright. I'm dead, I'm doomed, I'm dead, I'm dying. I'm dead, I'm doomed, I'm dead, I'm dying. I'm dead, I'm doomed, I'm dead, I'm doing. I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dead, I'm doomed, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. Alright, 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 alright. All I gotta do is just oh no 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 no. No 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 no. Oh no. I don't like that. What's that? Ah! I have to get familiar with this. Oh, I didn't know she could get from the back. Okay. Get out the way. Right here is a note, okay. I think I'm not no reaper. I'm reaping what I sow, okay. All right. We are the queen's abjects, and much to obey. Brother, farewell, I will unto the king, and whatsoever you will employ me in, were it to call King Edward's widow's sister, I will perform it to enfranchise you. Meantime, this deep disgrace in brotherhood touches me deeper than you can imagine. I know it will please us neither of us well. Well, your imprisonment shall not be long. I will deliver you, or else lie for you. Meantime, have patience. I must perforce. Farewell. Exeunt Clarence and Blackenbury and guard. Go, tread the path that thou shalt ne'er return. Simple, plain Clarence, I do love thee so, that I will shortly send thy soul to heaven, if heaven will take the present at our hand. But who comes here? The new delivered Hastings. Enter Lord Hastings. I'll have Hastings. No, that's too similar to Clarence. Hastings. Good time of day unto my gracious lord. As much unto my good Lord Chamberlain. Well are you welcome in the open air. How hast your lordship booked imprisonment? With patience, noble lord, as prisoners must. I shall live, my lord, to give them thanks that were the cause of my imprisonment. No doubt, no doubt. And so shall Clarence too, for they that you were his enemy. Whoa! No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, and so shall Clarence too, for they that were your enemies are his, and have prevailed as much on him as you. More pity that the eagles shall be mute, while kites and buzzards play at liberty. What news abroad? No news so bad abroad at this home. The king is sickly, weak and melancholy, and his physicians fear him mightily. Now, by St. John, that news is bad indeed. Oh, hath he kept an evil diet long, and overmuch consumed his royal person? 'Tis very grievous to be thought upon. Where is he in his bed? He is. He is. Go you before, and I will follow you. He cannot live, I hope, and he must not die till George be packed with post-horse up to heaven. I'll end to urge his hatred more than Clarence with lies well steeled with weighty arguments. And if I fail not in my deep intent, Clarence hath not another day to live, which done, God take Edward to his mercy, and leave the world for me to bustle in, for then I'll marry Warwick's younger daughter. What though I killed her husband and her father? The readiest way to make her the wench amends is to become her husband and her father. To which will I, not all so much for love as for another secret close intent by marrying her, which I must reach unto, but yet I run before my horse to market. Clarence still breathes, and Edward still lives and reigns. When they are gone, then I must count my gains. Very, very silly, very goofy. This is scene 2. That's so long. Alright, I'm switching to one page. One page of Richard III. Yeah, I'm just going to do one page of Richard III. Because this is way too much. This is the start of scene 2. Enter the corpse of King Henry VI. Huh? Why? And Lady Anne is the mourner. Okay, so King Henry VI, I guess, was maybe... No, because there's a King Henry VIII. I don't know. Sorry for this ASMR frenzy you're getting. Here's Anne. Sit down, your honorable lord. Sit down, your honourable lord, if our honour may be shrouded in a hearse, while I, a while obsequiously lament the untimely fall of a virtuous Lancaster. Poor key-cold figure of a holy king, pale ashes of the house of Lancaster, thou bloodless remnant of those royal bloods. Be it lawful that I invocate thy ghost, to hear the lamentations of poor Anne, wife to thy Edward, to thy slaughtered son, stabbed by the selfsame hand that made these wounds. Lo, in these windows that leth forth thy life, I pour the helpless balm of my poor eyes. Oh, cursed be the hand that made these holes, cursed the heart that had the heart do it. Curse the blood that let this blood from hence more direful hap betide that hated wretch that makes us wretched by the death of thee, than I can wish to wolves, to spiders, toads, or any creeping venom thing that's lives. If ever he hath child, abortive be it, prodigious and untimely brought to light, whose ugly and unnatural aspect may fright the hopeful mother at the view, and that be heir to his unhappiness. If ever he have wife, let her be made more miserable by the death of him than I am made by the young lord and thee. Come now towards Chertsey of your holy lord taken from Paul's to be interred here. All right, let's get back into Elden Ring. Oh, I gotta go all the way. Oh, wait. I think I'm gonna keep the Elden Ring audio on. I'm so bad at Elden Ring parkour. No, 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 no. Oh man, oh man. Ah! Don't do a cannon of Haima. Yeah, I think there's no winning this one. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, oh gosh golly. Gee whiz. What was that? Airball. Come on, hit. Oh. That could have gone crazy style. Crazy style. Well, I have enough to do Taker's Flame. Uh-oh. Okay, why is this fight so gosh darn easy? Nice. Don't get too hasty. Oh! Alright, but this fight is much easier than I thought it would be. Oh, I didn't have my camera on. Mom, get the camera! Alrighty. Next page. This is Lady Anne. And still, as you are weary of this weight, rest you whilst I lament King Henry's corpse. Enter King Richard III. Right now he's not King Richard III though. He's the Duke of Gloucester. Gloucester. Maybe. Stay, you that bear the corpse, and set it down. What black magician conjures up this fiend to stop devoted charitable deeds? Villains, set down the corpse, or by St. Paul, I'll make a corpse of him that disobeys. My lord, stand back and let the coffin pass. Unmannered dog, stand thou when I command. Advance thy halberd higher than my breast, or by St. Paul I'll strike you to my foot, and spurn upon ye the beggar for thy boldness. I'm gonna just make him more and more weird as the thing goes on. What? Do you tremble? Are you all afraid? Alas, I blame you not, for you are mortal, and mortal eyes cannot endure the devil. Avaunt, thou dreadful minister of hell! Thou hadst but power over his mortal body. His soul thou canst not have, therefore be gone. Sweet saint, for charity be not so cursed. Foul devil, foul devil, for God's sake hence, and trouble us not, for thou hast made the happy earth thy hell, filled with cursing cries and deep exclaims. If thou delight to view thy heinous deeds, behold this pattern of thy butcheries. O gentlemen, see, King Henry's wounds. Dead Henry's wounds open their congealed mouths and bleed afresh. Blush, thou lump of foul deformity, for 'tis thy presence that exhales this blood from cold and empty veins where no blood dwells. Thy deed, inhuman and unnatural, provokes this deluge most unnatural. O God, which this blood madest, revenge his death. O earth, which this blood drinkst, revenge his death. Either heaven with lightning strike the murderer dead, or earth gape open wide and eat him quick, as thou dost swallow up the good king's blood which hell governed on hath butchered. Lady, you not know the rules of charity, which renders good from bad, blessings for curses. Villain, thou know'st not no law of God nor man, no beast so fierce but knows some touch of pity. But I know none, and therefore am no beast. Oh, wonderful when devils tell the truth! More wonderful when angels are so angry. Vouchsafe divine perfection of a woman of these supposed crimes to give me leave by circumstance, but do acquit myself. Vouchsafe diffused infection of a man for these known evils, but to give me leave by circumstance to curse thy cursed self. Fair than tongue can name thee, let me have some patient leisure to excuse myself. Fouler than heart can think thee, thou canst make no excuse current but to hang thyself. By such despair I should accuse myself, and by despairing thou shalt stand excused for doing worthy vengeance on thyself that didst unworthy slaughter upon others. Say that I slew them not, then say that they were not slain, but dead they are, and devilish slave by thee. I did not kill your husband. Why then he is alive. Nay, he is dead, and slain by Edward's hands. In thy foul throat thou liest, queen. In thy foul throat thou liest. Queen Margaret saw thy murderous falcon smoking in his blood, the which thou once didst bend against her breast, but that thy brothers beat aside the point. I was provoked by her slanderous tongue that laid the guilt upon my guiltless shoulders. Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind that never dream'st on aught but butcheries. Didst thou not kill this king? I grant ye. Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grants me too. Thou mayst be damned for that wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, and virtuous, the better for King of heaven that hath him. He is in heaven, where thou shalt never come. Let him thank me that holp to send him thither, for he was fitter for that place than earth. And thou unfit for any place but hell. Yes, one place else, if you will hear me name it. Some dungeon, your bedchamber. I'll rest beside the chamber while thou liest. So will it, madam, till I lie with you? I hope so. I know so. But, gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall something into a slower method is not the causer of the timeless deaths of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as blameful as the executioner. Thou wast the curse. No, okay. Thou wast the Thou wast the cause. This is another page. Okay. Back on Elden Ring. My cup runneth over. What Shakespeare play is that from? My cup runneth over. I don't remember what that's from. I think Loki, I can beat Loretta this time. But that'd actually not be great, because I want to die as many times as possible so I can read more Shakespeare. How are we liking the Shakespeare so far? Cannon of Heima. I thought I was out of range. Foolish me. Thou wast the cause, and most accursed effect. Your beauty was the cause of that effect, your beauty that did haunt me in my sleep, to undertake the death of all the world, so I may live 1 hour in your sweet bosom. If I thought that, I tell thee, homicide, these nails should rend that beauty from my cheeks. These eyes could not endure that beauty's wrack. You should not blemish it, if I stood by. As all the world is cheered by the sun, so I by that. It is my day, my life. Black night overshade that day, and death thy life. Curse not thyself, fair creature, thou art both. I would I were to be revenged on thee. It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth thee. It is a quarrel just and reasonable to revenge on him that killed my husband. He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband. His better doth not breathe upon the earth. He lives that loves thee better than he could. Name him. Plantagenet. Why, that was he. The self-same name, but one of better nature. Where is he? Here. Spit. Why dost thou spit at me? Would it were mortal poison for thy sake. Never came poison from such sweet a place. Never hung poison on a fouler toad. Out of my sight, thou dost infect mine eyes. Thine eyes, sweet lady, have infected mine. Would they were basilisk, to strike thee dead. I would they were, I might die at once, for now they kill me with a living death. Those eyes of thine, and from mine, have drawn salt tears, shamed their aspects with store of childish drops. These eyes, which never shred a remorseful tear, know when my father York and Edward wept to hear the piteous moan that Rutland made when black-faced Clifford shook his sword at him, nor when thy warlike father, like a child, told the sad story of my father's death, and 20 times made pause to sob and weep, and that all the standers by had wet their cheeks like trees bedashed with rain. In that sad time my manly eyes did scorn a humble tear, and what these sorrows could not thence exhale, thy beauty hath, and made them blind with weeping. I never sued, though to friend nor enemy, my tongue could never learn sweet smoothing words. But now thy beauty is proposed my fee, my proud heart sues and prompts my tongue to speak. Teach not thy lips such scorn, for it was made for kissing, lady, not for such contempt. If thy revengeful heart cannot forgive, lo, here I lend thee his sharp-pointed sword, which if thou please to hide in this true breast, and let the soul forth that adoreth thee, I lay it naked to the deadly stroke, and humbly beg the death upon my knee. Nay, do not pause, for I did kill King Henry, but 'twas thy beauty that provoked me. Now dispatch. 'Twas I that stabbed young Edward, but 'twas thy heavenly face that set me on. Take up the sword again, or take up me. Arise, dissembler. Though I wish thy death, I will not be thy executioner. Then bid me kill myself, and I will do it. I have already. That was in thy rage. Speak it again, and even with a word, this hand which for thy love and did kill thy love, shall for thy love kill a far truer love. To both their death shalt be accessory. I would I knew thy heart. 'Tis figured in my tongue. I fear me both are false. Then never man was true. Well, put up your sword. Say then, my peace is made. That shalt thou live hereafter. But shall I live in hope? All men, I hope, Live so. That was a wonderful page. I love that. That was great. I am really sick. Like, my voice is not gonna make it for the rest of this, so I may stop. Oh, I gotta do something. Yeah, it makes sense. Is sprint toggle in this game, or is it hold? It is hold.
Man! Calling Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail him to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with G's jabronis? Trying to see Compton. The industry can hate me. All of them and they mamas. Did Cole foul? I don't know why you're still pretending. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton.
Ooh, I'm not feeling good for this one. I'm feeling unlucky. I didn't think that would hit. Oh, man. Hey, does she have 2 phases? I would hope it's not. Oh, yikes. Oh, it's not gonna hit. Oh, it does. Oh, you dummy. You absolute buffoon. That was dumb. What was that? Wouldst thou? Canst thou not? Woo! Yikes! I did not think you would do something like that. That was good. That was good.
Vouchsafe to wear this ring. To take is not to give. Look how my ring encompasseth thy finger, even so thy breath encloseth my poor heart. Breast encloseth my poor heart. Wear both of them, for both of them am thine. And if thy poor devoted servant may but beg one favour at thy gracious hand, thou dost confirm his happiness for ever. What is it? That it may please you to have these sad designs to him that hath most cause to be a mourner, and presently repair to Crosby House, where, after I have solemnly interred at Chertsey Monastery this noble king, and wet his grave with my repentant tears, I will with all expedient duty see you for divers unknown reasons. I beseech you grant me this boon. With all my heart, and much it joys me too to see you are become so penitent. I gotta up the fan here. Tressel and Berkeley, go along with me. Bid me farewell. 'Tis more than you deserve. But since you teach me how to flatter you, I imagine I have said farewell already. Towards Chertley, noble lord? No, to the White Friars. There attend my coming. Was ever a woman in this humour wooed? Was ever a woman in this humour won? I'll have her, but I will not keep her long. What? I, that killed her husband and her father, to take her in her heart's extremest hate, with curses in her mouth, tears in her eyes, the bleeding witness of my hatred by, having God, her conscience, and these bars against me, and I no friends to back my suit withal, but the plain devil and dissembling looks, and yet to win her all the world to nothing. Ha! Hath she forgot already that brave Prince Edward, her lord, whom I some 3 months since stabbed in my angry mood at Tewkesbury, a sweeter and lovelier gentleman, framed in the prodigality of nature, young, valiant, wise, and no doubt right royal, the spacious world cannot afford, and will she yet abase her eyes on me, that cropped the golden prime of this sweet prince, and made her widow a woeful bed, on me whose all not equals Edward's moiety, on me that halts and am misshapen thus, my dukedom to a beggarly denier. I do mistake my person all the while, upon my life. She finds, although I cannot myself to be a marvellous proper man, I'll be at the charges for a looking-glass, and entertain a score or two of tailors, to study fashion that adorn my body. Since I am crept in favour with myself, I will maintain it with some little cost. But first I'll turn yon fellow in his grave, and then return lamenting to my love. Shine out, fair sun, till I have bought a glass, that I may see my shadow as I pass.
Alright, Alright, I really like this story. I'm feeling bad though. We got 30 more pages to go. Sorry this was short. Goodbye.